Hey friends, it's Sarah from She's Crafty and She Knows It, and today I'm super excited to show you these two craft kits from Caydo. So the holiday season is coming up and these kits would make awesome gifts for all the art lovers in your family. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the very first thing we need to do is go ahead and download the Caydo Art Design app from the App Store. Okay, now that we have the app downloaded, we're ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in and look at the Fuse bead kit from Caydo. Okay, so this is the Create Fuse bead set by Caydo. It comes with 36 different colors and all of the supplies that you need. On the inside, it shows you exactly how to do it. We already got the app, but the really cool thing about this kit is that you can actually upload your own photos and convert them into Fuse bead designs. I've never seen anything like this before where you could make your own Fuse bead designs, so I'm super excited about it. Okay, so in the Caydo Art Design app that we already downloaded, there are some really cute Fuse bead designs. You can click Discover More. There's cute little sports stuff, there's food, there's some little animals, but a really cool feature is that you can actually click this plus sign and upload your own designs or photos and convert them into Fuse bead designs. To do that, you need to go to settings though and give the app access. So go into the Caydo Art Design and where it says photos, it needs to say all photos. So it might default to selected photos or none, but you need to give it access to your photos. Once you've done that, go back to the Caydo Art Design app and then you can click this plus sign, click album. I already have my designs on my phone, so make sure your designs are on your phone, whatever you want to upload. Click album. I have them all saved to a Caydo album. I just want to show you, so obviously since we're doing fuse beads and they're kind of chunky, you can't do super complicated designs or patterns or photos. So I'm going to show you when I do this cute little bunny, he's outlined in black, has a lot of little intricate details. When I do it with the fuse beads, I just kind of want to show you what it looks like so that you can see that it's not the best design for fuse beads. Down here are some different options of paint by number, diamond painting, fuse beads, projector. We want it to be on fuse beads. And then we go through. You can see it keeps his shape, but it doesn't really get all the features. It has a hard time because there's such tiny thin lines in my design that it's not really easy to work with. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna do it again, plus sign, album, and then we're gonna click my super simple little flower that I designed in Procreate myself. Click done. And once again, we're gonna make sure it's on fuse beads. Click next. And it's just making sure that the fuse bead set is selected next. And then you can see it has a much easier time doing it this way. So do a simple design, nothing too complicated. Okay, so now we're gonna select Save Line Drawing right here at the bottom. Now it lets you have different options, original image, which kind of fills the whole square, A4 size, A3, or a letter. It's just what size paper you're gonna be printing on. So I'm gonna print on letter size paper, so I'm gonna have that selected. I'm gonna say Save Line Drawing, and then I'm gonna open the file. All I'm gonna do now, oh, it kind of turned. All I'm gonna do now is just text this to my computer or airdrop it and then print it on my printer. Okay, so I have it pulled up on my printer. I'm just gonna go to the bottom right and select print. Make sure my printer is selected, everything looks good, and then just click print and it will print on my printer and we'll have our own design ready to go. Okay, so now that the design is printed out, you can see that it has colors filled in each spot. It kind of added some little pink here and there. You don't have to follow it exactly, obviously, but it kind of gives you the shape and the outline and also some color suggestions that you can use or not use. But it's super cool that now that's my flower that I drew myself on Procreate, and now here it is as a fuse bead design. Okay, so now we can go ahead. So here are some really cute recommended patterns. We're just gonna go ahead and go through the box. There's some holiday stuff. I mean, cute little stocking, snowflake, Santa Claus, reindeer. This on the other side just kind of gives you simple instructions. So we've already done all the way through designing all of it and everything. So we're just really down to the assembling it. So what it says is to place the line drawing under the pegboard. So let me show you. We have all the beads. Look how many pretty colors it comes with. Tons of different bead colors. It comes with all the little tools right here. Comes with the little tweezers to pick them up and move them. But it also comes with little keychain stuff to make your own little keychains. Super, super cool. And then it comes with your own little tiny mini iron. This is so cute. Your own little iron. Okay, and then with the actual little pegboards. as well as the iron sheets. So we're gonna set those to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and get the iron out as well. Move the stuff kind of to the side like this. Okay, so with the design, the idea, I'm gonna move one of these to the side. I only need one for mine. The idea is that you're just putting the design underneath the little pegboard, just like this, and then you can see the color. Now, my flower was kind of off-centered. Honestly, I might scoot it over one little row. I'm not gonna be filling the background in with white or anything. I'm just gonna leave it blank and just do the flower. So we're gonna leave it just like that. Okay, all we're gonna do now is go ahead and place the fuse beads on the pegboard one by one. Now, like I said, it kind of added some pink and some little yellow around the edges that weren't really there in my design. And it's actually because of the difference between the phone color and my iPad and the printer and all that, it actually is giving it this E04 color, which is kind of a brown. I'm gonna pick either a pink or orange, something brighter and fun, maybe an orange because it's kind of fall time, and do my own color. You could even add like your own little border if you want to, but it's really cool that the design, the shape is here and ready for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in, and then we'll come back and iron it. I'm honestly not sure I'm gonna have enough orange fuse beads to do the entire flower, but I was already kind of thinking anyways, it might be cute to kind of do it multicolor and do the petals different colors. And so I think I'm gonna go in that direction and kind of make it a funky multicolored like flower power design. Okay, since this is gonna take a long time and be a really long recording, I'm gonna come right back when I'm done putting all the beads on the pegboard. Okay, so I have my design completely done. I did a bunch of like orange, pink, yellow colors to make my little flower. Of course, you can take beads off if you want to change kind of the shape of it. You could add a smiley face if you want to. Okay, so all you're gonna do now is go ahead and plug in the iron and set it on the heat resistant mat. Once it heats up, we're gonna put one of these little sheets over it and go ahead and iron it. Okay, the iron is ready to go, and so we're gonna go ahead and iron the fuse beads. Now it's important to note you just wanna move the iron back and forth over the sheet until they're fusing together. Now, like with a design like this, I like to really fuse the back side really well because it's completely reversible. And so then I can just flip it over and have the other side not look as fused. So it's up to you how you do it, but I like to kind of really get them fused where I know they're gonna all attach to each other really well and not break off. And obviously you don't need the piece of paper behind it anymore. I just still had it there, but it's not serving any purpose right now. It's just the paper that had the design on it. We're really close to being done. Just making sure everything is good. Now, obviously this iron does get hot, so don't let little kids do this by themselves. You want to make sure you're not touching it and you're being careful with it. And once you're done ironing it, we're gonna let it sit here for a couple minutes before we take the paper off. Okay, I'm gonna leave it just like that. We're gonna let it sit for a couple minutes before we peel the paper off, and then we'll check it to see if it's good. Okay, so everything is fused together really well. I'm gonna go ahead and just flip it. Normally I'd let it sit longer, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip it so that you can see how cute it is. It's done. Now if it was smaller, like I said, there's little things on here to make your own keychains. You just attach, there's like little loops in here, and there's little hooks and stuff. So you can make your own keychain if you want to. Obviously you can just let it sit and be its own little thing on your desk or hang it up somewhere. This is a super cute kit. I love that it comes with its own iron, has everything you need. And like I said, it has so many fun little fuse bead designs, and uploading your own designs is a really awesome feature. So let's go ahead and move on to paint your photo by number. Okay, so here's this really cool paint your photo by number kit by Caydo. It comes with 60 paint colors and 3 printable canvas sheets. It is very similar to the fuse bead kit in the sense that you use the app. You can upload your own photo, or they have pre-made little designs for you, and then you print it yourself, and then you're good to go. So in the Caydo Art Design app, last time we were doing fuse bead designs. Now you're just gonna select paint by numbers, and it has some pre-made designs for you. There's some really cute designs in here, like the flower is so cute. So you can kind of scroll through these, or you can upload your own photo. Obviously, some are gonna take way longer to do than others. So when it comes to uploading your photo, you could do a family photo. It's gonna take longer and probably be more intricate and detailed. Or you can upload like a Procreate design or something more simple that you made. I actually have a design of a cute little bunny that I drew. We have a Holland Lot bunny named Benny that's really cute. So this is inspired by Benny. Let me go to my Caydo album. And so I have it in 3 different hat colors. My daughter Ellie, her room is all pastel blue and yellow, and so I'm actually going to do this one for her. And then down here, make sure paint by number is selected. Say next. Mine is the A3 kit. And then it's going to generate, and we're going to be able to save it and print it on the canvas. Now my printer cannot print. This is the A3 kit, so it's about 11.7 inches wide. My printer cannot print that wide. So I'm gonna have to try to cut the canvas down and kind of shrink this image to print it on there. So hopefully that works. I think it'll work just fine, but I'm gonna kind of have to finagle a little bit. So hopefully you have a printer that can print bigger, but make sure when you're ordering that you pay attention to what you're ordering, the A3 size, the A4, and make sure you know what your printer can print on and stuff. Okay, so it shows a design before, and then you can kind of scroll it. And so it has all the little paint colors in there for me. I'm going to say save line drawing. Perfect, just like that. You can do it like that where it's not colored at all, which honestly, I think I might rather do it like that rather than it being filled in. So I'm going to save it as just like a black and white line drawing. Say save line drawing, open the file. And then I'm going to be able to do just like last time, airdrop it to my computer and print it off. Okay, I just want to show you this real quick. This is the little image I downloaded in iPhoto. And I just realized that since it had a transparent background, it made it gray when we were kind of generating this photo. And so it put J06, which I'm assuming is like a gray color maybe, or maybe it's a white color. I'm not sure. But it made a background color. And I think I kind of just want the canvas to be the background and not like fill it in. And then it made a square outline. And so I'm just going to use the retouch tool real quick in iPhoto and like get rid of the lines in the background. I don't want those printing on the canvas, if that makes sense. I kind of just want to be able to like paint his little face on the canvas and not have any other design. And so because of that, I think I'm also just going to crop him in a little bit. I'm going to do it like a 8x10 size and see if I can get the canvas down to an 8x10. And do him about like that. I think that will be really cute. Okay, so I'm going to cut the canvas down to 8x10 and then try to print him just like that. Like I said, I retouched where it had other printing that I don't want to paint on. And so I think that will look really good. Okay, so this is my first time using this kit, so I'm honestly not even sure if this cutter that I have will go through the canvas, but we're going to try it. So like I said, I'm going to try and do 8 inches wide by 10 inches long. So I'm going to go ahead and get this down to 8 wide, just like that. Okay, I'm going to hold real tight on here. Try to go as steady as I can. Oh, that worked really well. Okay, and then we're going to try to go 10. And right now it is 11.7, so we just need to cut off 1.7 inches. And so I'm going to do about like that. I'm not doing a ton. Just cut off a little bit at the end like that. Okay, that should be pretty much 8x10, and we're going to see if we can print on it. Okay, so in iPhoto, I have selected 8x10 for the size of paper. I'm trying it on matte paper. I'm hoping my printer will print it. I'm not sure it will print on something different like this instead of paper. So we're going to click print and see what it does. Hopefully it will. Okay, I already have it loaded in the printer, so let's see how this goes. This printer is kind of finicky, so I'm honestly shocked that it printed. I forgot to pull out the paper tray, but I'm honestly shocked that it printed this well on the canvas. That's so cute. Okay, let's go paint it. Okay, and I honestly got so excited that it actually printed on the canvas that I forgot to mention that I printed another one of the images just on plain computer paper because it's a lot easier to see if I can show you. Like the D05, C03, the colors and the lines and stuff. And so that way you have this reference. That way if you mess up anything, you know what colors it's supposed to be. So like for his hat, it's suggesting D05. Obviously you can pick your own colors. But it's a little bit harder to read on the canvas exactly what it says. So I have my computer piece of paper with it printed. Let's get the paint colors. Now you don't need to get all of it out. And so see, it picked D05 for his hat, which, I mean, that basically looks white to me. I don't even know if it's light blue. It looks white. So I'm going to do D04 actually. You can adjust it as you want. I'm going to get that one out. I know I need the black, which is part of this. I'm going to get them out. I don't want them all in there. That way they're easier for me to manage. C03 is what it's suggesting for his fur color, which is this one over here. So I'm going to kind of flip-flop it a little bit. I think I'm going to do this G03. So honestly, you might kind of just want to pick out your own colors depending. So I think I'm going to do these ones right here. Just like that. I think it'll be cute, super cute. I might do the 02. I'm not sure. I'm going to think about it. And then you have your little paint brushes. They come in the kit. Just like that. They're perfect and tiny. And then obviously, like I have a bunch of spots that are pretty big. So I might use some of my own paint brushes that are a little bit bigger head so it goes faster. But I'm just going to go ahead and start painting and get this cute little bunny done. Look how close he looks to the original, which obviously I'm not going to be able to paint in my hand. I'm good at Procreate. I am not like an artist with paintbrushes. So this helped me do it far better than I could ever do it on my own. He looks so cute. My daughter Ellie is absolutely going to love him in her room. So I can't wait to get it framed and put it up in her room. Like I said, I will link all the supplies I used, including both kits, the Paint Your Photo by Number and the Create Your Own Fuse Bead, in the description below this video. So if you're looking for links to any of the supplies I use, look in the description below this video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more videos. Bye!
She's crafty and she knows it. She's crafty and she knows it. She's crafty and she knows. She's crafty and she knows it.